Good evening. This is the Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting for March the 9th, 2021. We have limited physical access in the meeting room due to the current limitations on public gatherings, but we have made accommodations so that the public can participate. They can watch Franklin TV or the City of Franklin website, watch a live stream of the City of Franklin on Facebook and YouTube, or they can call into the conference meeting number at 312-626-6799 with a meeting ID of 984-784-86515 with a passcode of 769092. Callers will be unmuted and given an opportunity to comment during the meeting at specific times. There's also limited viewing within the City Hall and the lobby. The public may email comments and questions prior to 3:30 p.m. on the day of the meeting to the recorder at franklintn.gov. Here, and they will be limited to 2 minutes. Here are the links you need: youtube.com/user/City of Franklin, or facebook.com/City of Franklin, or franklintn.gov/Franklin TV. This meeting's been called to order. We'll now take roll. Alderman Barnhill. Alderman Martin.
Alderman Martin.
Present.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alderman Schroer.
Here.
Alderman Speedy.
Present.
Alderman McClendon.
Here.
Alderman Blanton.
Here.
Alderman Peterson.
Here.
Vice Mayor Berger.
Here.
We'll now start with an invocation. Tonight we're honored to have the president of the Universal Society of Hinduism, Rajan Zed, who will give us a brief invocation. Welcome, Rajan.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
My hearty thanks to Mayor Dr. Ken Moore, Aldermen and Alderwomen, and Administrator Stuckey for scheduling me to read invocation for the great city of Franklin. I shall be reading in Sanskrit from ancient Hindu scriptures, some as old as 1500 BCE, and then interpret in English. Om Bhurbhuvah Svah Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. We meditate on the transcendental glory of the Deity Supreme, who's inside the heart of the earth, inside the life of the sky, and inside the soul of the heaven. May he stimulate and illuminate our minds. Astoma Sadgamya Tamsoma Jyotirgamya Mrityur Mamratam Gamya. Lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. Tasmada Sakta Statam Karyam Karma Samachara. Asakto Hayacharan Karma Parma Panoti Pursha. Karma Nevahi Samsiddhi Mastita Jankadya. Loka Sangreha Mevapi Sampashankar Tumrahasi. Strive constantly to serve the welfare of the world. By devotion to selfless, one attains the supreme goal of life. Do your work with the welfare of others always in mind. Om Saha Navavatu, Saha Nobunaktu, Saha Viryan Karba Bahai, Tejasvi Navadita Mastu, Ma Vidvisa Bahai. May we be protected together. May we be nourished together. May we work together with great vigor. May our study be enlightening. May no obstacle arise between us. Samniva Kuti Samna Hirdhyaniva Samnamastu Vomano Yathava Susa Hasti. United your resolve, united your hearts. May your spirits be at one, that you may long together dwell in unity and concord. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Om. Thank you.
And thank you for being our guest tonight, Rajan. If you'll now join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 1 is Resolution 2021-30, resolution declaring the Board of Mayor and Alderman members shall meet on March the 9th, 2021 to conduct its essential business by electronic means rather than being required to gather a quorum of the members physically present in the same location because it's necessary to protect the health, safety, and welfare of Tennesseans in light of the COVID-19 outbreak. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Alderman Barnhill. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Peterson. Any discussion? Seeing none, let's vote. Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Martin.
Yes.
Alderman Schroer.
Yes.
Alderman Speedy.
Yes.
Alderman McClendon.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
And Vice Mayor Berger.
Yes.
Passes unanimously. We'll now go to citizen comments for items that are not on the agenda. I do know that we have one person who wants to make some comments, and that's the Executive Director for Franklin Tomorrow, Mindy Tate, and I will recognize her.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to come and report to you on your behalf and to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen about the recent action by 11 volunteers in our community who undertook the Question, Persuade, and Refer suicide prevention training. And this was funded from through a grant from the Vanderbilt Community Health Grant on behalf of the Find Hope Franklin initiative that you founded. The grant was made to Franklin Tomorrow, and we were able to provide training through the Tennessee Suicide Prevention Network in Question, Persuade, and Refer. And really the point of that is to make mental health crisis training more available in our community, but also to really encourage people to take action when they see someone in crisis by asking some very simple questions. And so we are so proud to have those 11 people who can now go out into our community and speak to civic groups, church groups, PTOs, and provide a 1 to 2 hour training in Question, Persuade, Refer process to perhaps save one life in our community. And if we save one life, that's so great. But I wanted to mention those people who participated were Vanna Wilson from First United Methodist Church, Zanny Martin from Juvenile Services, Luis Sura, who representing the Hispanic community, Clint Buchanan from the Franklin Police Department, Emily Nelms from Franklin Fire, Stephen Neely from Mercy Community Healthcare, Aaron Keogh Rankin, who works with the senior population in our community, Marianne Schroer representing, she's a counselor, but also former director of Williamson County CASA, Rob Fitzpatrick from the Refuge Center, and Amanda Fisher from the Franklin Special School District, who is a social worker for the Franklin Special School District. We hope to be able to continue to provide additional training, but if individuals or organizations are interested in having a presentation on QPR, they can call the Franklin Tomorrow office and we'll work to find those trainers. And then just one other thing, later this month in March, at the end of March, Franklin Tomorrow, we are offering 4 public QPR sessions on March 29th and March 31st, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon on both of those days. And you can go to our website to find the information on how to register for that program. So that's franklintomorrow.org. But we appreciate being part of the Find Hope Franklin initiative.
And thank you for that report, Mindy. And thank you for those initial volunteers. And we look forward to continue to spread the word in our community. We have a caller on the line, I understand, that do they want to make a comment in the public comment section?
Caller request to unmute has been sent to you if you'd like to make a comment.
So we can move on. I have no communication from the Williamson County Commission, but I do have minutes to approve, and that's from the February 23rd work session and the February 23rd Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting. So I'll entertain a motion.
Move for approval.
Thank you, Alderman Martin. Thank you, Alderman Peterson, for the second. Any discussion? Ready to vote. Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Martin.
Yes.
Alderman Schroer.
Yes.
Alderman Speedy.
Yes.
Alderman McClendon.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
And Vice Mayor Berger.
Yes.
Passes unanimously. Are there any recognitions or miscellaneous reports tonight? Seeing none, we'll go on to the consent agenda. All items in the consent agenda are deemed to be non-controversial and routine in nature by the governing body. They will be approved as recommended by committee or staff by one motion of the governing body. Tonight, we're considering items number 5 through 9. Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
Thank you, Alderman Blanton. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Barnhill. Any discussion? Ready to vote. Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Martin.
Yes.
Alderman Schroer.
Yes.
Alderman Speedy.
Yes.
Alderman McClendon.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Berger.
Yes.
Passes unanimously. We'll now go to new business, ordinance 2021-01, an ordinance to rezone 140.81 acres from PD .7/1.563.000 district to be planned PD 11.72/1.573500 square foot /450 Keys district for the property located south of Goose Creek Bypass, west of Interstate 65, located at 2409 Goose Creek Bypass, Berry Farms, Chadwell, PUD, establishing a public hearing for April the 13th, 2021. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank
Second.
you, Alderman Schroer, and seconded by Alderman Speedy. Any discussion? Ready to vote. Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Martin.
Yes.
Alderman Schroer.
Yes.
Alderman Speedy.
Yes.
Alderman McClendon.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Berger.
Yes.
Passes unanimously. I need a motion to go into executive session.
No
So
thanks.
moved.
Thank you, Alderman Barnhill. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Blanton. Let's vote. Alderman Barnhill.
Yes.
Alderman Speedy.
Yes.
Alderman Martin.
Yes.
Alderman Schroer.
Yes.
Alderman McClendon.
All right, fine.
Alderman Blanton.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Berger.
Yes.
Okay, we're headed into executive session.
It says I'm now in the main session.
Welcome back. You are. We're giving them just a second to get everything arranged and, okay, are there any matters to consider from executive session?
Mayor, I have a motion.
Go ahead.
Mayor, I move that the city of Franklin execute a waiver of conflict with Doug Berry and the law firm Miller Martin for the purpose of allowing Miller Martin and Mr. Berry to represent Ellen Moore.
I'll second.
Thank you, Alderman Schroer, for the second. Any discussion? Ready to vote? Alderman
Yes.
Barnhill. Thank you.
Yes.
Alderman Martin.
Yes.
Alderman Schroer.
Yes.
Alderman Speedy.
Yes.
Alderman McClendon.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Berger.
Yes.
Passes unanimously. Does any other business come before this body? If not, I'd consider a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Thank you, Alderman Barnhill. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Schroer. Alderman Barnhill, how do you vote?
Yes.
Alderman Martin.
Yes.
Alderman Schroer.
Yes.
Alderman Speedy.
Yes.
Alderman McClendon.
Yes.
Alderman Blanton.
Yes.
Alderman Peterson. And Vice Mayor.
Yes.
Passes unanimously. We're adjourned.